To up your game in 2K25. The first gameplay tip is switching. This gives you control over your defense whenever you want to match up the switch. Whatever console you're on, press the normal pass button to perform a switch. The second gameplay tip I have is icon lead passing. Go to your settings and turn this on. Whenever you're icon passing, you can lead your players around the court and gain control of your players using the left stick. My last gameplay tip is a takeover to equip on your best player. It's called Flash, but we call it Blur. Equip this on your favorite player, and whenever he has takeover, if you run after the defender's hip, you'll get an automatic blow by every time.
And the Wizards looking eager to get on the court and get to work on their home floor. This was earlier today as they came through the tunnel. Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. Let's take a look at our starters for Atlanta. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Risache in at the 3. And for the Wizards, George out there with Sarr. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Jordan Poole. And it's Coulibaly in at shooting guard. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting... back and forth action in this one.
Young against Poole. Here's Risache. Outside Young. 6 to shoot. Here's Daniels. Cans it from short range.
Yes, slick play call by Daniels. Pick and rolls give him room to operate, and he does not waste it at all.
Now here's Middleton, coming off a terrific game against Atlanta. Over Risache. It's wide right, hits off the rim. And Young has got the ball here for the Hawks. And from the sideline, let's... catch up with Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Brian Keefe. I asked him about how difficult it is to game plan for someone like Trae Young, and Coach said to me, I told our players to play up on him. The more he moves and runs around, the more likely he is to get into a rhythm, so we need to stay aggressive against him. Sounds like this might be a very physical game, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
Jalen Johnson, first personal foul. First team foul.
Washington shooting their first free throws of the game.
George, who shots?
Shooting two.
That's good from George. Despite ups and downs, the Atlanta Hawks have remained in the hunt season to season, Stan.
Well, Brian, this team has a lot of resilience. They're scrappy, they're hardworking, and it's helped them stay on the margins, at least, of the playoff picture.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line. That time. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Young. And off. there. He misses his first shot of the night.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Poole. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
When Poole gets this close, he knows to go for it. He's not going to waste the chance at all.
Pass to Okongwu. Here's Daniels. Koulibaly defending. Here's Rizache. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
It's always good to see Rizache mixing it up down low.
Young against Poole. Middleton outside. Three-pointer. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
The Hawks have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Young against Poole. Here's Rizache. The kick out to Johnson. Pass to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Counted from distance.
Well, Young's got the green light off the catch there and everywhere else.
Poole outside. Here's Sarr. Guarded by Okongwu. Shot's good by Sarr.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Pass to Daniels. Poole against Young. Out left to the wing. Okongwu, the pass to Young. Over Poole. Sarr pulls it in.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either. Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Here's Daniels. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
George outside. Over Johnson. George's shot is off.
Well, when you get that kind of look inside, you have to capitalize.
Here's Daniels. Koulibaly defending. Daniels passes to Johnson. Back to Daniels. Outside Johnson. They get it back. Here's Okongwu. And that misses. That would have put him up. The Wizards have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Here's George. No rebound by Atlanta. Last time they met in Atlanta.
They failed to create enough good looks. The ball movement just wasn't quite where it needed to be.
Yeah, they had a hard time getting the looks they wanted on offense. And it's hard to get a win when that's the case.
Well, Coach, we know how good Young is offensively, but he gets heavy criticism for his defense.
Yeah, look, and at 6'1", 164 pounds, he has some obvious limitations, Brian, but he's shown improved effort as a defender, and it shows in his defensive rating.
And you have to have that scoring ability on the floor. And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him. Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams. But Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys, and he hasn't really had that.
It's both from the stripe. Well, Grant, these two teams just faced off. It's the second game of this mini-series.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, we first saw a lot of these back in the 21-22 season, and they were added in a way to reduce travel. You know, I like that. They give you a playoff feel with the game-to-game adjustments that I love. No debate there. He got hammered.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Middleton. 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
That free throw good from Middleton.
A proven champion. Middleton is someone any team would love to have. A great player and a great locker room presence as well.
Both free throws good from Middleton.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Rizachet. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, guys, in a year with no consensus #1 overall pick, Zachary Rizachet out of France, maybe not a surefire star, but certainly a player with a lot of talent, a 3-and-D prospect with the prototype length and size. The Hawks saw him as a plug-and-play addition to their roster. He should be making an instant impact, guys.
Absolutely. All right, Shams, thank you. Good stuff. That one misses. And out on the wing, Zach Rizachet has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite.
Here's Rizachet. Can't hit that one. And George with some nice D. Now here's Coulibaly. He's covered closely. That's good. And so Middleton with the assist.
I mean, the versatility of Middleton. Not just a scorer, also a solid passer and distributor.
Out of bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession.
Atlanta basketball.
Pass to Daniels. Shot clock at 6.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
On the wing, Daniels. Now here's Young, guarded by Brogdon. 5 on the clock. Pulls up.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
That gives him the lead. Middleton's got 7 points.
Yeah, total focus from Middleton. A calming presence on this squad.
Pass to Rizachet. Sinks his third bucket. He's 3 for 6 now.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Brogdon with the ball. 14 points for him last game against Atlanta. Second chance effort, and that one's good. Coulibaly.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
Young, the pass to Johnson. Pass to Rizachet. The kick out to Young. Okongwu inside, guarded by Brogdon. Daniels, that one's true. Daniels has got his third bucket of the night.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Middleton looking around. Here's Coulibaly. Rebound Atlanta. Outside Young. Takes a 13-footer. Drained it for 2 points.
Timeout.
Now it's a 3-point Hawks lead.
Well, he is such a confident shooter. Young just taking what the defense gives him.
Washington calls timeout. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
Here's Brogdon, following the score by Atlanta. Over to the left wing. The three is up. And that's collected by Trae Young. The Hawks lead by 3. Rebounded by Brogdon.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
And that one's good.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Assist, Justin Champagnie.
So it's Young with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. Pass to Nance. Back to Young. Cash money on the open jump shot. Young's got 9.
I really like that from Young. Hitting that tweener shot, making them guard you all around the floor.
Here's Carrington. Capella with a block. Picked his pocket. Pass to Holmes. The rebound by the Hawks. Defeated by Washington in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
That's a game they'd like to put in the rearview mirror. They know they treated it a little too lightly.
Yeah, but what matters now is how the team responds to a loss like that. That's what makes this a big game for them.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Here's Brogdon. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Well, Brogdon was not messing around there. The defense is right up on him, and he still finds the finish.
Young, the pass to Capella. And here's Young. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Brogdon.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Down low, Kispert. Great D that time from Mann. Atlanta leading by 3. Now LeVert, rebounded by Champagnie. And here's Holmes. Still no points. Here's Carrington. Misses the layup. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 from deep. LeVert passes to Young. Connects from downtown.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Here's Carrington. He's checked by LeVert. Pass to Champagnie. Jacks up a 3. Knocks it down from distance.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Young. He's got 14.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
And it's Brogdon off the drive. Tipped. LeVert passes to Mann. No good from outside. Wizards trail by 3. There's a minute 12 left in the first. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Atlanta?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And we also got to mention the work they've done on the offensive glass. pounding the opposition and coming away with tons of second chance points.
And it's tied up with that one.
And the veteran leadership Brogdon offers is tremendous. It's clear his younger teammates listen to what he has to say.
Now here's Capella. No points yet. And he lobs it up top. Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at the Pelicans. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
You know, right now for Washington, they are showing some progress. Little by little, they're becoming a better team. Now, they just have to maintain this positive momentum.
Now here's Brogdon. 5 points in the game. Here's Carrington. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Atlanta's gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. LeVert, that's good. And the Hawks lead by 2.
Yeah, that's inexcusable. I mean, the defense must push LeVert farther away from the basket than that.
Bay outside. Three-pointer Holmes. They get it again. Brogdon with the bucket. Brogdon's got 7.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
Now here's Young. The D's right on him. LeVert outside. Lots of room. He can't get that one to fall.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Tie game in Washington. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
The Hawks, 29.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. All right, let's quickly break down the game and what we've seen so far from the Wizards, guys.
You know, they've been relentless in how they attack the paint.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
So it's Washington now. We've got Sarr, Saddiq Bey out there with George. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly, and it's Poole in at the point guard position. That's the group for Washington right now. Brent, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Shooting 2.
And that one drops, so now they lead by 1.
Yeah, you have to admire the confidence that Poole plays with. He wouldn't be where he is without it.
Both good from the line. That time. Atlanta's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Here's LeVert. Uses the glass to finish the layup. LeVert's got his second basket of the game.
Showing off the dribble moves. Able to create for himself. I love it.
Here's Poole. He's coming off a 10-point game against Atlanta.
Well, and he was also doing a great job feeding his teammates. Racking up the assists. So important to team chemistry.
Up ahead. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
And good awareness by Bey. I mean, he has a nice feel for when his guys are uncovered.
And we played through the first minute here in the second. And he gets it to go. LeVert's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Poole against LeVert. Pass to Sarr. Bey passes to Sarr. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Wizards lead by 2. And the Hawks shooting a solid 47%. LeVert finds Johnson. It's rebounded by Washington. They'll be hosting Miami for their next game. It'll be the second of 3 straight games on their home floor. Kept alive. Coulibaly off with the layup. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Hawks. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And picked 20th back in 2021. Jalen Johnson might end up being the steal of that draft, Coach.
Well, look, Brian, when we see guys take a big jump like Johnson has, it's usually because they have shot the ball better like he has. He's really blossomed during his 3rd year and still has plenty of room to grow.
Yeah, Risa Shea is already advanced with the ball in his hand. He knows how to pick up that whistle.
He's had just 1 attempt at the line earlier.
At the line for 2.
That one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now.
Coming into the league, a lot of people 3-and-D guy. The question becomes, what more can he bring to the table as he matures as a player?
Nance, he's checked in for Atlanta. Daniels comes in for LeVert. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. The Wizards have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. And it's Coulibaly missing. The Hawks have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Here's Johnson. Sweet little floater. Johnson's got his first basket of the night.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Wizards last season for the first time in a long time hitting the reset button. A losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without hitting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Not good there, Allie. Thank you.
Just bouncing off contact. Sarr, man. 2 points the hard way.
Pass to Risa Shea. Offensive board. Okongwu, the pass to Daniels. Here's Risa Shea. Coulibaly defending. And that one's good. Here's Poole. He's got 6. George outside. Pass to Sarr. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's Risacher, guarded by Poole. Unloads from 13. Here's Okongwu. It's rebounded by George. Wizards trail by 3. Inside. Shot's good by Sarr. Sarr's got 6 here in the quarter. The Hawks have gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. Pass to Daniels. Up top, Johnson. Out to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Risacher. And he stays with it. Back to Johnson. Here's Daniels. Over Poole, and it's rejected.
What I like about Sarr as a shot blocker, he can do it anywhere on the floor.
A chance there to take the lead, but a miss.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Pass to Daniels. To the left wing. And here's Okongwu for 3. It's rebounded by Washington. Bay's got 4 rebounds in the game. To the paint. Here's George. An easy 2 on the layup. And the Wizards lead by 1.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Now here's Okongwu. Here's Risacher. He's got 9. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
What a move by the light-footed rookie. Risacher driving in to get a bucket.
Now a timeout called by Washington. And Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
Holmes, no good. Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Pass to Nance. Oh, George with a steal. Here's Champagnie. Here's Holmes. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Champagnie, that's good. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Wizards.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
You know, they've also been very effective at running the floor. Just a ton of points in the fast break. It's been a big part of their success.
And it's Washington with the ball. After the Hawks picking up a basket just moments ago. To the middle. Here's Risacher. Count it. That's his 6th field goal in 12 tries.
And there's the ability to finish for Risacher. Nobody scares him at the rim.
Poole outside. Oh, what an effort by Poole.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Pass to Capella. Here's Risacher. 9 points in his last outing. It doesn't go for him. Now here's Holmes. He's closely guarded. Poole. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Okay, Jordan Poole. Getting up there and slamming it down.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jordan Poole. That's his 3rd foul so far.
So do you sit him with 3 fouls? Big decision for his coach here.
And Atlanta making a change here. Young's checked in. Up top man. Nance, the pass to Young. Here's Daniels. Middleton covering. Clock at 6. Pass to man. Shot from the wing. And Holmes pulls it down. Holmes has got 4 rebounds now. It's George on the drive. All right, let's take a second to view the 2K leaderboard and look at last season's top scoring squad. Number 5, the Hawks.
And last year, I liked watching this team operate on the offensive end. The ball movement, the patience, the confidence. You love seeing all that come together.
Take a break. Take a break.
That's good from George.
0 wasted trips. They're doing their job at the line.
George hits them both. Hawks trail by 3. Here's Daniels. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Washington.
His defensive intensity made a huge difference. Just look at the 3 steals.
George with a steal. Nice D from Nance.
Yeah, and they hold the lead in spite of his cold shooting night. He has not been able to get it going.
Here's Daniels. He's got 7. And you watch Dyson Daniels on the floor, Coach. He's everywhere on defense.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the best guys disrupting offenses and getting deflections. He gets his hands in passing lanes. Effort like that will always find minutes.
And he knocks down the first one. All right, Stan, if you had it your way, who would you want to see in the dunk contest?
Well, Brian, look, I want to go back to the glory days when the most recognizable guys in the game were the ones that participated. Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins. I think if we could get guys like Zion Williamson, Ja Morant, that would be fantastic. But it's got to be the names out there that people know. Well, when he's on the floor, Dyson Daniels gives you uncapped energy. He's really committed to going all out.
Young against Poole. It's blocked. Outside Young. Trey quick on the take. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Corey Kispert.
Well, one thing you love about Young, he applies constant pressure.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. Free throw is good. Young.
Yeah, and you know, Young gets to the line as much as any small guard.
Both shots good from the stripe. Washington calls timeout. Boy, what a great performance by Trae Young.
At some point, you have to try and force the ball out of his hands, but that's easier said than done.
It's time to welcome your Wizards dancer. Again, let's make some noise for your Wizards dancer.
Washington trailing. Here's Carrington. Middleton outside from deep three-point range. Rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got 4 rebounds now. And Young has got the ball here for the Hawks. Can't connect from short range. Washington has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Here's Poole. Poole working the interior.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Pretty even game going on here in D.C. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Atlanta.
And I'll tell you, that was not an easy environment to play in. It was a hostile crowd on the road, but it didn't bother them at all.
Give a lot of credit to this coaching staff for preparing them for that kind of environment. They went in and just executed their game plan.
Now here's Poole. He's got 12. Pass to Middleton. Launches a three. It goes. He's made 3 shots in 6 attempts.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value. Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Here's Daniels. He's got 12. Knocked away. And stolen by Middleton. Here's Holmes. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Hawks trail by 3. Up top, Young. Guarded by Poole. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Here's Carrington. Soft touch off the glass. Carrington's got his second basket on the night.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Young against Poole. Niang left side to halt the run. And Holmes pulls it down. Wizards leading by 5. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
And Clint Capella picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Poole. And a change for the Hawks. Karis LeVert's checked in for Trae Young. Middleton outside. Uses the glass on the layup. Middleton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Daniels passes to LeVert. Five to shoot. Back to Daniels. Fires from the corner. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Daniels has got 14 points.
Karis LeVert.
Now here's Middleton. Gets it off. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. What a performance for Jordan Poole. He's been the story for the Wizards. He put together 10 points in the quarter. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Coach Quinn Snyder with us now, and Coach, a bit of a lull for this team scoring the ball. Why?
It had nothing to do with anything other than us being aggressive. We're like walking the ball up the court. Whoever's got it, we've got to attack.
At least effort is something you can control. Thank you, Coach.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. We're seeing a tremendous game from Trae Young.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game. Game that's been fairly even so far. Wizards leading by 5. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder. Risacher and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's a Kongwu in at the center position. George, no good. Atlanta is shooting only 42%. Pass to Risacher. It's rebounded by Washington. George, left side. Good. Sarr's got 10 points.
And defensively, you just cannot let Sarr get that ball inside.
And Young has got the ball here for Atlanta. They trail by 7. There's the triple. Wow! Young from deep three-point territory.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Hawks trail by 4. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Outside Johnson. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist.
3-point.
Young's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, every year in the league, Johnson's become a better three-point shooter. That tells you how hard he works in the offseason.
Now here's Poole. 12 points for him. All right, let's take a look back at last season and see the teams who collected the most second chance points. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
Second chance points were crucial to their offensive production, so they worked to maximize that strength.
First free throw is good.